What's happening, guys? My name is Antonio with Loud Chiropractic and Coaching here in Lafayette, Colorado. Today I wanted to share with you a concept called greasing the groove. This is greasing the groove was a concept presented by Pavel Tsatsouline with Strong First. Strong First is a organization that teaches strength. Realistically, they have body weight certifications, barbell and kettlebells. Kettlebells are what they were first kind of initially known for. But what I wanted to share with you is this concept is oftentimes we have patients saying, I'm struggling with a movement. And for instance, we have a pull-up bar right here. Pull-ups is a very common one. And what typically happens is within an hour training session, we're trying to accumulate a lot of repetitions. And we tend to fatigue very fast, especially if it's a movement we're not quite strong in at. And thus, we're not able to actually get good quality reps in because you're just fatiguing and you're not able to build and train that up. So what greasing the groove started with was, Pavel shares this example of when he was younger, he had a pull-up bar hanging from the doorway going into the kitchen. And every time he went to the kitchen, he did one pull-up. And throughout the day, with the amount of times you go through the kitchen, you're accumulating a lot of reps. Now, the idea though is you're going into that next set, or when you do the pull-ups, you are well rested, right? You're not going into fatigue, which is different because in our training session, and there's argument for both sides, but that when you're during the training session, if you're fatigued, then you're not getting in those quality reps, right? So the idea is if throughout the day, and we're just going to use an arbitrary time frame, if once every hour you did one pull-up, you're well rested in between those sets, you're going to accumulate within the waking hours that you have upwards of 16 to 18 hours, or sorry, 16 to 18 pull-ups throughout the day. So you wake up, you do a pull-up, the next hour you do a pull-up. Again, every single rep is easy and it's you never go to failure, and you're able to accumulate all of those. So let's say for after a week, you do that. Within a week, you now have X amount of repetitions. Now, as you start to feel like you're stronger, you're gonna continue to kind of pyramid up. So let's say, for instance, now 2 reps seems easy. So you do 2 reps. If the next hour you don't feel as well rested or fatigued, you're gonna just do 1. But the idea is that you're still continuously accumulating a lot of good quality reps, and you're building up volume. You're building up volume, and that in turn is going to help make you a lot stronger. So what I've wanted to kind of get my pressing strength back up and my pull-ups. So I have in my office a pull-up bar and a kettlebell, and they're ready to go. And in between patients during transition, whatever that might be, I am doing easy reps. All reps I know I can complete and that I will not fail in. And throughout the day, I get a ton of repetitions. And as I start to feel stronger, I'm going to add repetitions, right? So if at starting value, the weight that I'm using or choosing, I can only do 1 rep, I'm only doing 1 rep. I'm not trying to grind out extra reps just because I feel like I need to. I'm going to stop before I fail. So for instance, for the pull-up bar right here, I know I have 5 strict easy pull-up, so I'm going to set up and I'll bust out my 5, right? I'm not failing. Each rep is really good and really solid. And I'll walk around, I'll shake it out. If I feel like I have the capacity, based on after doing the 5, to do my pressing, then I'll go ahead and do my pressing. So I have here the heavier kettlebell because I'm trying to work up. You need to, when we say reps that are not done to failure, it doesn't mean that we're doing easy weight per se. So they're easy reps, but you're challenging yourself with a high stimulus type of weight. So as I get better at pull-ups, I can't stay at 5 and assume that I'm going to continuously getting stronger. I might have less rest in between those breaks, which allows me to get more volume. That's another option. Or if the volume, as far as how many sets I can do throughout the day, stays the same, then I might need to add repetitions or add weight to my body. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this depending on the equipment you have, depending on the time that you have, so on and so forth. For now, the kettlebells, I have heavier. So I'll clean it up, right? I'll set myself. 1 rep on the right. Switch it up. So as you can tell by the exertion that I'm obviously generating with the kettlebell and even my heart rate right now, that is a heavier weight for me. That's going to help stimulate the adaptation for the strength response. I'm not going to do 2. I felt like I could probably get a second out of that, but as you can tell, it's fairly grindy. But I'm going to continue with that weight throughout the day to get as much volume as I can so I can grease the groove. The neurological patterning around that movement is enhanced and expanded, which helps make you stronger. A lot of this is neural driving and neural grooving. But with that, the muscles now are getting a lot of repetitions and a lot of volume, and that in turn is also going to help carry over to getting stronger. Once again, my name is Antonio with Live Loud Chiropractic. Thanks for watching, guys.